Or are there any stipulations?
Absolutely not. Except that you abide by the law.
I am abiding by the
No,
law.
you're not. You're asking me for my ID illegally.
He conducted a traffic stop. That's
That's not how that
illegal.
works.
That is how,
No crime has been committed. There's no reasonable articulable suspicion. Excuse me.
When you commit a traffic infraction,
There's no reasonable articulable suspicion that a crime has been committed. That a crime has been committed.
It was going to be committed. How do we know the stuff you have is not stolen? That's a suspicious person.
You know, I just got a call about some officers that we had to watch out for here that were breaking the law and the constitutional people's constitutional rights.
I can assure you that's not us.
You sure it's not you?
Not me.
Stop trying to dig, dude. That's not how this is going to work, dude.
I'm doing what my sergeant says. Here you are, sir.
Do what the Constitution says.
10-4.
What's up, folks? It's your boy Sam the Man, back at it again with a tale that's more twisted than a pretzel at a yoga class. So strap in, don't forget to smash the subscribe button like it owes you money, because today's story is a wild ride through the jungle of justice. And if you're not subscribed, you might just find yourself on the business end of a police baton for jaywalking in your own living room. Our saga begins in the bustling metropolis of Clewiston, where the local police, the dynamic duo of Officer Garza and his sidekick Officer McLeod, decide to pull over one of the people for the heinous crime of not flicking his blinker. That's right, folks. Apparently in Clewiston, not using a turn signal is right up there with bank robbery and wearing socks with sandals. Now, Officer Garza and McLeod were on the hunt for a notorious criminal mastermind, rumored to be selling the most dangerous contraband known to man, possibly stolen knickknacks. There was no proof that these items were stolen. When our hero, armed with nothing but his wit and a camera, dared to ask Officer Garza if he had any reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime, Garza's brain did more backflips than an Olympic gymnast with hiccups. Suddenly, it wasn't just a traffic stop. It was a battle of wits, sharper than a spoon in a knife fight. Not satisfied with this circus of confusion, the man demands a supervisor, because as we all know, when the going gets tough, the tough demand to speak to the manager. It's also police policy to request one on demand. That's a lot of power back in the hands of the people, if they know how to use it. It's like a wand from Harry Potter or Shazam from a movie that possibly never existed, featuring Sinbad. Shazam! And like a genie summoned from a bottle of bureaucratic despair, the supervisor appears to mediate this clash of the titans. Despite Garza's desperate attempts to cling to his demand for ID like a cat to a curtain, it becomes painfully clear that our man on the street knows the Constitution better than Garza knows the menu at a donut shop.
You're being videoed for my protection and yours? What's your name, officer? Please identify yourself.
Officer McLeod from the Clewiston Police Department.
And you, sir?
Officer Garza, Clewiston Police
And what am I
Department.
being pulled over for?
Well, 2 reasons. 1, you made a turn back there without a turn signal. 2, we had a call about you trying to sell something at a store, and at 2 different stores at that, not just one. So a suspicious activity call. And we had to make out with you to see who you are and what you're doing.
Got you. Got you.
So can I have your license, please?
So, what crime is that?
Well, there wasn't a crime committed because we don't know if the items are stolen or not.
Do you have suspicion that I committed a crime? Reasonable, articulable suspicion, either one of you, that I committed a crime, was about to commit a crime, was in the process of committing a crime.
10-4, are there any stipulations?
Absolutely not. Except that you abide by the law.
I am abiding by the
No,
law.
you're not. You're asking me for my ID illegally.
He conducted a traffic stop. That's
That's not how that
illegal.
works.
That is how,
No crime has been committed. There's no reasonable articulable suspicion. Excuse me.
When you commit a traffic
suspicion?
infraction,
There's no reasonable articulable suspicion that a crime has been committed. That a crime has been
It
committed.
was going to be committed. How do we know the stuff you have is not stolen? We got no way to prove it. No
It's
way
not
you
how
can
that
prove
works.
It's not. No way I can prove this.
Please get your supervisor here,
Sure.
because that's
Well,
not how this
technically it's
works.
her.
Well, then she should know better. She should know better, and so should you, Mr. Garza.
We are allowed to step out with people who reasonably believe.
Yeah, dumbass people who don't know the law.
That doesn't have to be dumb or smart.
If I
I'm just
have
telling
not
you.
been suspected of committing a crime with reasonable articulable suspicion,
2 people
and
have called saying you in this vehicle are trying to sell them items that they don't know are stolen. We don't know are stolen.
then there's no crime.
Can you tell me that it's not stolen?
I already told you that.
I didn't ask. So how have you told me?
Because you said that
I
you
said
got a phone
possible
call,
items.
and I asked you if that was
Not
illegal, and you
phone call.
said no.
Called over the radio that's you.
Here. There's my paperwork right there. Nothing illegal.
Was that so hard?
No. But you can't just get people's ID for nothing, Mr. Garza.
It's not for nothing.
It is. It is.
Look,
There's policy and procedure, and there's constitutional law
that
that you swore an oath to, my friend.
Hold on. If somebody's standing here, and they're just standing here with no kids, and they're a grown person just sitting there, that's a suspicious person.
You know, I just got a call about some officers that we had to watch out for here that were breaking the law and the people's constitutional rights.
I can show you that's not us.
You sure it's not you?
Not me. But look,
I have suspicion to believe it's you.
Are you gonna let me finish what I'm saying so you have an understanding?
Talking to police the way they talk to the people is absolutely priceless. You ever notice how talking to the police feels like you're in the world's worst dating show? It's like, where were you on the night of the 5th? And I'm still sitting there trying to remember if I was home watching Master Chef or committing a misdemeanor. It's like, officer, I assure you, the only crime I committed that night was adding pineapple to my pizza.
How you doing, boss?
There's a supervisor right there if you want to
speak. How you
to
doing,
him.
supervisor? We're just getting an understanding of constitutional law here. You know, no big deal. He said he pulled me over because he got a phone call that, you know, we were selling stuff. I asked him if that's illegal. He said, no, that's not illegal, right? That's where we were at in the conversation. He asked for my ID. So I asked him again, what did we do that was illegal? For me to give you my ID, did we have any reasonable articulable suspicion that a crime has been committed? He said no. We got a phone call. 2 people said that items were trying to be sold. That's not a crime. Not here, not in Texas, not in, anywhere. It's not a crime.
My understanding is you were pulled over for a traffic offense.
That's not what I was pulled over for. Mr. Garza pulled me over. This woman pulled through here after. There was no illegal turn. That right there is a turnaround. You don't have to put your blinker on at that turnaround right there.
To make up.
So have you identified yourself, correct?
I told him who I was right there.
All right.
It's not stolen stuff. I'm not trying to give him a hard time, but you guys can't just pull people over and say, oh, we got a phone call. Somebody said you were selling stuff. Let me see your ID. That's not how this works. I respect the law. You guys got to respect it too. You swore an oath to it.
Okay. All right. Hold on for there. Okay. Look, my name is Sergeant Nieves, badge number 0464. All right.
You know your shit.
Closton Police Department. Yes. Look, we got a call at the Ace Hardware parking lot. Person just wanted to remain anonymous, saying that, hey, somebody was trying to sell a stereo in the parking lot, and that's it. They didn't request contact, nothing along those lines, all right? Look, he conducted a traffic stop. He was just trying to identify you guys. Everything's good. That's all we're trying to do.
Key word, try to identify.
That's all. Just try.
But that's not how that works.
Look, we're here, attempting to identify. That's all we're trying to do, all right?
Your name again?
Sergeant Tito Nieves. All righty, sir.
Be safe. Thank you.
One, okay?
And we could sell here. It's not illegal.
It's not illegal.
Especially if I got my sales tax license, correct?
If you are a business conducting business within the city, you need a tax business receipt.
Got all that.
We don't have
Alrighty.
that knowledge.
Thank you. But you can't receive that knowledge illegally.
But we can
okay?
ask you.
Okay, and I can refuse.
Yes, you can, but we still need to figure out what you're doing somewhere. So until we figure that
You
out,
could try to figure it out.
Until we figure that out, you are deemed a suspicious person. Do you understand?
Yeah, but being a suspicious person is not somebody that has been deemed reasonable, articulable suspicion of committing a crime, about to commit a crime, in the process of committing a crime, would give you the only viable and reason to ask for my ID. Period. There's no exceptions at all.
So the traffic stop means nothing.
That wasn't a traffic stop.
So you made.
You specifically told me, and you are being recorded in my truck too. You specifically told me when I asked you why I was being pulled over. You specifically stated that you got a phone call
hold on.
about suspicious activity.
I'm telling you,
when she pulled up afterwards, because she came from this way. Well, I'm teaching you. How are you supposed to learn if you don't listen?
What do you mean? How are you supposed to learn if you don't listen?
I already know what the fuck I'm doing.
That's the problem with closed-minded people.
That's why I already know what I'm doing.
Listen.
That's why he left. That's why you're going to leave. And that's why she left without getting my fucking ID. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I'm still conducting a traffic stop, so I do need your ID.
There's no traffic stop. For what? There's no legal traffic stop.
Turn, do you not have to signal which way you're going?
On that turnaround right there, you do not have to signal. Absolutely not. Because it's not a left turn.
What is it?
I'm turning. It's a turnaround. That's what that's made for. There's no stop sign there.
There's a stop sign right there.
That's not where I turned around at. I turned around further up.
So you did a U-turn.
I didn't turn around right here.
Oh, all right.
Stop trying to dig, dude. That's not how this is going to work, dude.
I'm doing what my sergeant says. Here you are, sir.
Do what the Constitution says.
10-4.
Your sergeant ain't gonna cover your ass when you get sued, dude.
In the end, the supervisor, acting as the voice of reason in this soap opera of the streets, tells Garza to let our guy go. And so Officer Garza, looking like a kid who just found out Santa isn't real, learned a valuable lesson about the Constitution, thanks to a man with the camera and a steel-trap mind for the law. Freedom of press is part of the First Amendment, so you don't need a press pass nor credentials to record anything in public because there's no expectation of privacy in public. Remember, folks, in the wild world of Clewiston, knowledge is power, and a turn signal is the difference between freedom and a roadside seminar on the Bill of Rights. So hit that subscribe button because the only thing more dangerous than ignorance is missing out on our next video. Stay safe, stay smart. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.